Alright, so this is a part two to the previous video that I made this morning. I am more aware and feeling better than I was, but this morning it was crazy. Last night I had a heightened sense of awareness. I could hear the spirit voices. I could hear when I was looking for something. I had gotten some oranges from the grocery store, some navel oranges. I think they were navel oranges, but they were oranges. But and I couldn't find them for the life of me. And I picked up this bag and I was like, "This is onions." And I know it was because it was oranges aren't yellow. They don't have a shell around them like that. There was onions. So last night and this morning I was just like, "Oh, forget it." And I went back out later this morning. I went out there and I looked. It was by this morning. I mean, like 1:30. And I come back in and heard a voice that said, "Did you find them?" And I said, "No." And I'm thinking, why did I respond to that voice? So then, when I look at the floor, there they are. And then later, throughout the night, it was rough. I started feeling strange, hyper aware of everything, but I still can feel it. And it's like a weird cloudiness in your head. Your head's cloudy. Your chest feels strange. It's like the soul feels strange. And it's like a hollow spot, a hollowness. But I was begging the Lord to just stop this. I was like, please. And I'm trying to figure out what might have caused it. I don't know. But I know that all the strange stuff that's been happening has been heightened around me lately. I do know there was a major solar blast, I suppose. A solar storm that happened. And it was going to be arriving this weekend, throughout the weekend. But I was sitting on the couch, laying down on the couch just suddenly. Because I suddenly got so tired during that hyper state of awareness. My brain became so tired I was falling out. So I laid down and was restless. And wake up every few seconds going, like that. Like that. It was really weird. I've been in a worse situation than that before, but it was like, that was what it was like. And then I would come to, continuously coming to, in my own body, but yet, when you, oh my goodness, I was like Ozzy Osbourne. When you're aware of your body on the couch, and you're also aware of the multiple places that you're at in the quote unquote dream, whatever, it almost, it's like your part of you is no longer just in this body, so it causes a fogginess in your head. Almost like many versions of you you're witnessing, and this version of you is it's hard to explain. I've already paid that internet bill when I had the money to do so. I've already paid it. I don't know why that, but anyway. Oh, that's right, because it's just the notifications that I have listed in case, letting me know when the final date is. But anyway, back to this. I was leaving my body, but I was in different places, and there was different versions of me. Several car wrecks. There were several situations where suddenly I was flying down the road, this dirt road, and then I went off. Mama and I, it looked like Mama, I assumed, and then we tried to avoid this object, and I was like, "What happened?" And then there was another situation where I'm flying down the road in another vehicle, and a vehicle like slams into us or something. And another situation where we go off the road, and there's another one, and I'm going from place to place like this. And the next place I'm in some kind of an area with a bunch of weird animals, and then the next time and then I come back to, and I'm trying to pull back to my body, and it's like it's so tiring and you're so tired that you just keep falling right back asleep. But yet, I'm on the couch and I'm hyper aware of being on the couch, but I'm also aware of my surroundings, but yet I can't tell if I've actually many times it was so real, but it was almost like a simulated thing. I thought I had woke up. I thought I had already woken up. I thought that it was over. I remember now many times when it happened, I thought I had woken up already, and I went into, and I raised up and I walked up, but I'm not raising up and walking up. I'm still on the couch. And I come back and I'm like, wait a minute. And then things start changing on me. Then I start seeing these things around me and all kinds of stuff. When you actually think you've woken up in a dream and you actually thought you woke up because you're partially awake, that's just feels freaky. But I thought I woke up already and was walking around. And then suddenly I realized I wasn't. And I pulled back to my body. And then again and again and again and again, it was so tiring. And I can remember, now that I think about it, some sort of energy, some type of lightning type of energy. And I was twisting it with my hands. My hands were, it was really weird because on the couch my hands were, I was profusely sweating. I was drenched in sweat. My neck was drenched. My my shirt was drenched. The couch was drenched in sweat. And I was twisting my arms and hands in ways that were, I was doing some kind of magic, I think, or something. And I was so, I remember this powerful energy. I can't remember, but anyway, maybe it was like coupled with whatever I seen on TV, and then on top of that, whatever I was watching online, and then I got so tired, I fell asleep, and then all of that came into, it was really weird though. A lot of it was so real. That's the thing, a lot of it was so vivid. Maybe it's amazing what the mind can do, I don't know. I've had it before. I know one other time I was like, these things were attacking me years ago, and I was really loud. I can't describe that. And I was being pulled down below. Things were reaching up for me. There were hands reaching up for me and everything. That was many, many years ago. I was calling upon the Lord to help me from this. I was saying, Lord, please, and at that time my father was in there, and he said he didn't want to wake me at that moment. He was trying to get me up, but he didn't want to wake me because he thought I might fall out of the bed at the moment, because I was just jolting around. It was awful. I feel really weird right now, but nothing like I did. But these experiences are very strange. But what it seems to do is kind of, in a way, couple whatever you've watched or whatever you were watching or thinking about, and mix it with the reality you're experiencing, and then you're hyper aware of whatever you go to plus wherever you're at, and you're wherever, all this stuff together, you're hyper aware. Then you're hearing things around you, and then you're seeing things, you can see them everywhere. So maybe it partially has something to do with the psyche. And now that I think back on it, and the fact that I was so tired, but I don't know why I got so tired suddenly. Just so, then my abdomen was hurting afterwards. Excuse me, again, hiccup, but I don't know, I don't want you, when you experience a good out-of-body experience, which there are not that many, you don't want to, you'd love to stay in that stance. I remember what first happened. Now I can remember. It began like I was meditating. That's what it felt like. And I had a euphoric It was peaceful, euphoric out-of-body experience. That's how it started. And I remember it now. And I was just, all of a sudden, I left the body that I was in, raised up out of the body. That's it. I raised up off the couch, but I wasn't really raising up off the couch, not my body. And then as I did, I began floating. I thought at first, man, this is a nice feeling, peaceful. And then the room began spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning like a vortex. Then that's when I went to those different places. And then different realities formed. Then when I was back to this body, I was trying to come to. So that's what I remember now. I don't know. It's really interesting, but freaky at the same time. Alright, just documenting. That's all for this video.